Hi, this is Dawn Olszewski with DOstampingWithDawn.com, and welcome to another episode of How'd She Do That. And today I am featuring this adorable Easter basket card. I did it for my club members, but I also shared it a few weeks ago on my blog, and I got a lot of requests for how to do it. So that's what you're getting today. So let's get started. First thing that you need is 2 pieces of crumb cake cardstock. They measure 4 1/4 inch by 5 1/2 inch. Now I have pre-stamped them already with Stampin' Up's Hardwood background stamp, a must-have for any stamper. It's in the 2014 Occasions catalog right now. All right, now you will notice, I'm going to come in a little closer, that there are some natural lines here that the little more predominant ones that I am using as a guide for the cutting that we're going to do next. So get out your paper trimmer. I'll get mine right here. And we'll start with 1. And this one we need 3 long pieces. Now you get 6 in here, so you'll have enough to make 2 baskets when you stamp this way. So what you want to do is you want to line up those more predominant lines, and you're just going to trim them off there. So like this one, that's garbage. So next one will be the one we're going to use, and we're going to do that 2 more times. All right, there we go. Okay, so we've got those 3 long pieces. Now we need some short pieces. So get out your next one, and what we're going to do is we're going to turn it this way, and we're going to cut it in half at the 2 3/4 inch mark. All right. Now again, you'll have another piece that you can use for a second basket. Now this one, we need all 6 pieces. So that one is our garbage. This one is 1. I'll do this real quick here. 2. I'll do this one, and then we got 1 more. Just going to turn this. What I'm doing, if you haven't noticed, there's a cutting groove here, and I'm just lining that along that cutting groove. Okay, so now we have the 6 pieces there. All right, so you can see how I have them lined up now. I have one of the long pieces at the bottom, and I have kind of these 6 ones lined up. All I'm trying to do is kind of find the center, because we're going to attach these 6 to our bottom piece of wood. Now the first one, I put the adhesive on top, and I'm going to slide it underneath. Okay, and the next one, I'm going to put the adhesive on the back side, and it's going to go on top to help us create that weaving sort of thing. You want to leave a small gap in between the 2, because we're going to weave these in and out of it. So I'm going to continue to do that. Like this one will go on top, and then the next one will go underneath, so on and so forth. Okay, and so this is my last one. Just going to put it on here, and then we're ready to weave. Okay, so you grab your longer pieces, and I'm going to weave kind of the in and out. I'm just going to lift every other one and slide it on through, and then move it on down. Okay, then the next one, the opposite. I'll lift the opposite ones and just weave it on through. Pretty cool, huh? It's pretty easy. There's just a few steps for it, but I love it. And at this point, I do recommend going around and making sure all of these kind of what I call the outside edges are adhered down. Now, these top ones here, we're actually going to trim off. I'm going to trim just a couple for you so you can just see how that's going to go. But in the meantime, I'm just going to adhere anything that's not kind of stuck down. Okay, it's like this one. Put some adhesive. You can also use glue dots, would work great for this too. All right, so just keep going around your edges and finish that up. Okay, so I went ahead and trimmed all the rest of these off here. Now you want to place it on your magnetic platform this way. I've already got a cutting pad down, and get your framelit out. These are the Oval Collection Framelist, and this is the second largest one. And you're going to position it here roughly, and I'll talk you through the positioning of this. Is we do want this gap so we have a flat bottom, but I also like to take my outer edge here and match it up with kind of that one piece that is going this way. And I know that when I have that kind of matched up, the other side is going to be matched up pretty good as well. So that's what you want to go for the positioning. I'm going to run this through real quick. And here we go. Now, a tip on this is that I recommend running it through a couple times back and forth because you've got a few more layers than you normally do to go through, but it goes through pretty good. There we go. And here, these are your excess pieces. And here is your basket. Isn't that cute? I love that. So well, here's another tip. I did feel like it needed some shading. So I brought in my sponge, my Stampin' sponge, and did some sponging. And I'm just using the crumb cake, the same color that I used to stamp it, and of course the same color as the cardstock. Now, because we adhered everything down, this is staying together really nice. For the handle, you want to use that same large oval framelit. Remember, this was the second largest one. And then you want to go 2 sizes smaller and place this in the center of it. And you'll want to run this through the Big Shot with, of course, your cutting pad on. Now, this is what you'll get. It'll look like this. And I've already added some sponging to this as well. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to add it to our basket. Now, you might be tempted to put it like this on your basket, but go ahead and just bring it all the way down there. See how cute that is? I was so excited when this all came together. Sometimes the things in your head don't always work out, but this was one of them. Okay, so here's what the back side looks like. I just used snail to put this on here. Now, we're going to have some grass and added to our basket. This is pistachio pudding, and I've used the fringe scissors to make some grass with it. And it measured, let's see, it was 1.5 by 2 3/4. And I'm just going to put some adhesive, putting quite a bit on there just so I know it stays. And we're going to center that. I'm going to just gently tap it because I want to be able to position it from the front here. You can make it as tall or as short as you want. There we go. And I actually did come in and trim some off because, you know, grass isn't perfectly straight like that. And so there we go. Isn't that cute? Next are our 3 eggs. Now, what I did with those, this is the smallest oval that I used to cut them. So stamped with the gorgeous grunge. I thought that was perfect for speckled eggs. I did do some sponging on there, so let's walk real quickly through the colors. This is Pool Party stamped with Coastal Cabana. This is Pistachio Pudding stamped with Gumball Green. This is Pink Pirouette stamped with Melon Mambo. For a full list of all the supplies that I use, be sure to check my blog. I have a whole supply list on there. All right, so now all I did was I popped a couple of these up. I'm putting dimensionals on the front, which you may think is odd, but that's how we're going to attach it to our basket. So we'll just kind of center it like that. Cute. We are so close to being done here. Add a greeting. This is Happy Easter from Teeny Tiny Wishes. This is this little strip here for the tag is about 3/8 inches wide. And then lastly, we're going to add some candy dots. Now I did alter these. I used a Sharpie, and I actually thought I was using this for another project, and I wanted black candy dots, and so I took out my neutrals, and I needed way more than what came with the pack, and I started coloring them, and I'm like, huh, they look kind of coppery. So this was a great little happy accident, as I refer to it, because these are a perfect color for this little basket. It's little kind of rivets in the corners there. So cute. Now, the card base itself is a different size. It measures 7 inches by 4.5 inches. So we got 7, 4.5, folded in half. Now what I did is, because I'm using so many dimensionals even on these eggs, I wanted to stack these so it would get on the card all right. So how I did that, here's my dimensionals. I'm gonna put one more. I need 2 to do that. So you'll put one on, you'll peel off the backing, and then you put another one on. So this is ready to go on our card. I'm so excited. I know so many of you are excited to make this project too, so just in time for Easter. But like I said at the beginning, if you want to add, you could do a May basket and do flowers instead. That would be cute. So there's some other occasions that you can use this for. So I hope you enjoyed that. Be sure to stop by my blog at DOstampingWithDawn.com.